Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are checking out On Her Majesty's Secret Service. This is the next James Bond movie. I don't remember what number James Bond movie this is. I know just very quickly, I know that there is a parody movie in between in between Thunderball and You Only Live Twice. And I know there's a Casino Royale like parody James Bond movie. I may watch that after all the James Bond movies, but I'm planning on watching the Austin Powers movies off of the James Bond movies. But I'm really excited for On Her Majesty's Secret Service. I've really enjoyed the James Bond franchise so far, although I think that Sean Connery isn't James Bond in this one. I'm not sure where he ends, but the look of the guy on the poster seems to suggest to me that he's not James Bond. I haven't looked at the cast or anything, and I don't want to, but I don't think he's James Bond in this one. And I know Sean Connery comes back as James Bond at some point. I think it's like Never Say Never Again. And then there might even be another James Bond movie where he comes back. But I think he's done. I think You Only Live Twice was his last James Bond movie. I thought he had like one more at least in like the actual long list before he took a break from being James Bond, you know? So I was a little caught off guard when I saw the poster and I'm like, that doesn't look like Sean Connery. But yeah, I don't know what this movie's about. I've never really heard of this movie before. I've heard of this one more than You Only Live Twice. For some reason, I've never heard of You Only Live Twice, but On Her Majesty's Secret Service is a James Bond movie that I've heard the title of, and that's about it. And before we get into this reaction, let me do the lighting. So let me turn on the light and we can decide what color it should be. Boop! Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so the lighting today, I don't really know what color it's going to be. The whole aesthetic of the poster and even the thumbnail that I get is a very like mountainy landscape. So I think I'm going to go blue for today's lighting because of the snowy mountainy landscape that the poster and the thumbnail kind of portray this movie to kind of take place in. And if you'd like to check out more of my reactions, you can head over to my Patreon where I have uncut reactions to many of the movies I watch on YouTube, as well as early access reactions to my movies that come out 1 week early. There are also 2 exclusive Patreon movies a month that you guys on Patreon get to choose, so thank you so much if you check it out. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, yeah, I don't really know what this movie's about, so let's just dive on into it. I hope you enjoy my reaction to On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Ba-da-da-da. Whoa, it's different. Wait, it's a different opening. There we go. Yeah. Oh, he shot me. Oh, but it's not shaking anymore. I quite liked the shaking. Is this James Bond? Oh, you know what? Maybe it's not James Bond. Or maybe it is. You know, I don't know. He would totally do this.
Good morning. My name's Bond.
Ah, that is James Bond.
Now get up. Put your hand.
Oh no. It's a thug in a tight shirt. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, wow. He was just drowned. Nice. Oh, never mind. He wasn't drowned. Or he's a zombie. Hey, that's nice of her taking the other car. That's very thoughtful.
This never happened to the other fella.
Was he talking about the old James Bond? Was he talking about Sean Connery there? You could say that fight really hooked me in. Oh, I think this was the most visually complicated one so far. Also, it's an hourglass, so that guy looks really familiar. That looks like Dr. No. Okay, actually, I'm going to take back this is the most visually complicated one. I think this is actually fairly simple to do. It's such a purple wall. Wow. The interior what am I trying to say? The interior decorator really must like the color purple. That is the thickest money I've ever seen.
Too rich for my blood.
Who is this lady? You know she's important because I just showed her boobs and that's it.
Forgive me. My mind was elsewhere. Madame has forgotten we agreed to be partners this evening.
Oh, so smooth.
So,
Why do you persist in rescue?
He has kind of like a plastic surgery face, you know. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like, he looks like he's had plastic surgery done to him. If she's evil, then that red light symbolizes that she's evil and he's walking into a trap. But if she's not evil, then that's just me overthinking everything.
Tracy? Tracy?
Oh, what did I say? What did I say? The red light symbolized the trap. What did I say? What did I say? Oh, good hit, good hit. Why did that guy think he could outmatch Bond? Yeah, go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Oh, that was a cool rack focus.
Suppose I were to kill you for a thrill.
I can think of something more sociable to do. Let's stop playing games.
It's so funny how calm he is.
So, you know your perfumes. What else do you know?
A little about women.
Just a little, though.
Who needs to buy?
Get rejected, son.
2,000 francs is a lot of money.
Oh, never mind. Get unrejected.
You've lost something.
Really?
They must have been driving for a long time. It looks like pretty dark outside then, and he just woke up, so wonder what this is. Wow. He really just took on 3 guys and has a throwing knife ready.
13th Commander.
I'm superstitious.
A martini for our guest, Telly.
A pleasure.
Shaken, not stirred.
Ah, yes, sir.
One of the biggest crime syndicates in Europe.
The biggest.
Not quite. An organization known as Spectre operates worldwide. However,
Yeah, true.
I've been informed of everything you've done for my daughter.
everything.
Don't worry about that.
Oh,
On the day you marry her, I'll give you a personal dowry of £1,000,000 in gold.
I'd marry her right now. I'd go, where is she?
Can you find out?
If I could, I wouldn't tell Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Line. That was the line.
Let's say I'll sleep on the idea.
You do that.
Hey, let's go.
I have the honor to request you will accept my resignation, effective forthwith.
Ooh, so he will no longer be on the Secret Service. What the heck? He has an office? I didn't know he had an office. Wow, and now they're going through all of Sean Connery's old things.
Request granted.
Wow, that easy?
Moneypenny, what will I do without you?
My problem is that you never do anything with me.
It's a date. The moment
Moneypenny is actually god tier.
What would I do without you, Miss Moneypenny? Thank you.
Okay, so that's why M wasn't too concerned. I love it.
Ah, there she is. Teresa.
Happy birthday, Papa.
You make it so by being.
It's such an extravagant outfit compared to everyone else.
What are you doing here?
Yes, wasn't it kind of your father to invite me?
Mr. Bond and I are discussing a business deal, Teresa.
Really?
It's actually a really cool set piece. You got the bulls in the background, the bullfighters in the background, other extras.
Now,
Please, Teresa. There's only a possibility. Nothing definite.
tell him, Papa, or you will never see me again.
Oh, no, that's a threat.
Named Gumboldt.
Gumbo. Switzerland.
Looks like we're going to Switzerland.
We'll find out.
This is a really, really cute montage. Is this over a bunch of different days? Because I don't feel like James Bond has that much time. He only has 2 weeks leave. The soundtrack and slash score for this movie has actually been very good.
I will be back in an hour. Bon appetit, monsieur.
James Bond, you just walked by the man who you wanted to meet. Oh no, oh no, he's coming back. Of course he forgot something. And there's Draco's construction right there. That is awesome. Might as well read the newspaper while you're waiting. Yeah. Of course the doctor's got a Playboy. What are these pages? Does it say Blofeld on it? The music is really intense. Oh my god, the music's actually so good. Oh, almost was starting to break a sweat there. That was a really, really good, intense, and suspenseful sequence.
Unusually small for Nymphalis polychlorus.
It's a lot of butterflies. And how did you know that?
The brood of Gumball, solicitors in Switzerland to a certain Count Balthazar de Blochamp.
De Blochamp?
French form of Blofeld.
Oh.
Ah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sir Hilary.
Have a look at this. Let me take your coat. Arms of Sir Thomas Bond, Baronet of Peckham.
Wait, that's actually that's such a sick crest. I wonder if I have a crest.
It's not our sort of thing, but under the circumstances.
Sounds as if they're suspicious.
Oh, no, not suspicious, just discreet. There was...
And maybe a little suspicious.
Are without earlobes. It's not the sort of thing that we rely on, of course. But it could help.
No earlobes.
No earlobes. So interesting. I really want to go to Switzerland one day, like sort of southern Switzerland where the Alps are. Oh man, I want to go there.
France, perhaps.
A little. Where are we off to?
You will not be disappointed. Please?
A sleigh ride? Oh my god, beautiful.
Please fasten your safety belt.
Yeah, James Bond's like, how is my guy gonna follow me in this? So far this movie's been way less gadgety, I guess, than the previous couple James Bond movies. Wow. This is beautiful though. Oh man, I'll never get tired of mountain peaks. What if we have a bob racing? What if we have a bob racing action sequence? A bob racing? A bobsleigh. Oh, my bad.
The Blochamp Institute is not for profit, Sir Hilary. The Count does his work for the sake of mankind.
What was the point of that carpet if it just ends there and now they have to step on the snowy steps anyways? I wonder if she's suspicious at all.
Director, bitte.
Ah, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. What is he wearing? He's like, I've walked into heaven.
Watch yourself, she's got ears like an elephant.
What will you drink, sir?
Malt whiskey and branch water, please.
I'm sorry, I was...
He didn't say his drink, I guess he can't.
Sir.
Thank you.
must say it's a treat having a man.
Every single Bond movie, they try and add more Bond girls, you know? Every single Bond movie, it feels like there is one or two more, and then now they just added like 1,000 of them.
Only we could go back far enough to find out. Now, if you will tell me your
We do
name.
not use
Look at the
surnames.
dining room
It is
coming
the rule
back.
of the clinic.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Whoa, it's actually a turning room. That's sick.
Thank you, I'm sure I will.
Can I have the ice?
That looks so bland by itself. Okay, where are the greens? Where's anything else? Where's the sauce?
Now, girls, I'm sure Sir Rory would like to tell us about the College of Arms in London.
Oh, they're eating the things that they used to be allergic to.
The Herald's College, or College of Arms, consists of 13 members of the royal household, appointed by the sovereign to superintend the arms.
Why are they only eating what they're allergic to, though? That's so weird.
Now, when we authorize a coat of arms, it can include all sorts of funny things. Crescent
I would be
moons, port-
fast asleep. I'd be like, this is so boring. I'm so sorry.
Is anything the matter, Sir Hilary?
Just a slight stiffness coming on.
Oh my god, just a slight stiffness. Oh my. Wait, this is such a sick looking set. What the heck? I love the icicles and the fog underneath the bridge and the wetness of the rocks. It looks really good.
If there were no doubt, I'm sure the College of Arms would not have sent me.
Well, since you are here, I'll make everything very plain to you.
So this was the guy with the cap. This is not Blofeld.
But a little puzzled by your remarkable clinic.
Well, the methods of the great pioneers have often puzzled conventional minds.
Oh, he called you conventional.
It would be very helpful if you could accompany me on a visit to Augsburg,
Augsburg?
the ancestral home of the de Blochon family. There are notable Blochon.
Okay, there's some like very noticeable ADRing in this movie. What an interesting gadget. Is it so he doesn't get electrocuted?
Aber bleib wachsam, dass mir keiner den Herrn Direktor stört. Du bist für alles verantwortlich.
Would have been cool if James Bond room was number 7, you know, just a little 007 thing there.
That lipstick was an inspiration. So you
No, Sir Hilary.
call me Hilly.
Yeah, I'd be like, no, I wouldn't. No.
It's true.
What, that you don't wear underwear under the kilt? I know it's true. I have some Scottish friends, and their dad, New Year, is super drunk. Boom! Flashed us when he was wearing a kilt.
It's part of the cure.
What the heck? Is she getting brainwashed?
You will forget it forever. Forever.
That's really, really creepy. What the heck is happening here?
I had it a few moments ago.
You left it in number 8.
No. But a picture yourself.
Oh my god, he just used the same exact line. This guy's trying his best.
Won't that be frightfully energetic? No. We didn't saw you. Perhaps you would like to teach me.
Oh my god, he's just flirting with every single one. He's having the time of his life. This guy, on the other hand, is not having the time of his life. These stupid crows.
We had the morning off, Sir Hilary.
Must have a bit of fresh air. Those ancestors of yours are very hard work.
And the College of Arms is being very well paid.
Yeah, true.
Finish it all off.
Not over Christmas. The archives would be closed, would they not?
Wait, this is a Christmas movie?
Time for our massage.
Massage? I would love a massage. Thank you so much.
Ruby, it's me.
What if she's dead?
That old cow told you.
Oh! Oh!
Merry Christmas, 007.
Oh, literally what I just said. Literally, I could have wrote this movie.
Right. The Beauchamp tombs are not in the Augsburg Cathedral, as you said, but in the St. Anna Kirche.
Oh, so he slipped up. He slipped up. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, they will. In any case, I have prepared a demonstration. Remember that disagreeable outbreak of foot-and-mouth disease in England last summer?
Foot and mouth disease? Ew.
Words, Mr. Bond, or the loss of a single crop, but the destruction of a whole strain.
Wow.
Wow. The entire continent.
Wow.
Right, and many others like them. But exactly how? That will remain my secret.
No, just tell me right now, please.
Just this time, Blofeld. This time. This time the price is of another kind. You'll be even more amused when you know what.
Why didn't they get the old guy back as Blofeld? And why is his eye not all weird? See, he just caught me off guard, and I didn't think he was Blofeld, even though I know that they were saying he was. Because he didn't look the same, like he didn't have the weird eye and stuff.
No, Mr.
What the heck was... Did you see those edits? That was so strange. That does not seem that safe. Where are the safety railings? That's cool. He's timing how long it takes. Not the pockets. But that's kind of smart, actually. Never mind.
It has something special in it. For the whole...
Look at the red light on her face. No! All that progress for nothing. No! Oh, yes. Okay, thank God. Is this always in motion? Like, what the heck? Did they not take breaks? Yeah. This movie has some good suspenseful moments.
You forget it. Forever. Forever. Forever.
Whack that old lady. Bam!
Push the mirror back to conceal the receiver again. Push it back now. And close the case.
This is kind of scary. This shot as well with the Christmas tree. I don't know. I really enjoyed that shot. Yeah, I'd be like, I swear I heard the elevator bell ring. Oh, wow, that guy flew. I think the action is actually the weakest point of this movie. I don't really like how the action is filmed, and some of you may, and I don't have a problem with that. I just don't like it. Please tell me he skis down. There are so many skis. He has to ski at some point in this movie, right? You can't be on a mountain with skis and like a bobsled and not use the skis and the bobsled. Yes! What am I saying? Use the skis. Yes, sir. Not the cat. You have to keep the cat. That's cool. Some of these skiing shots are really awesome. The ones with the green screens or the blue screens don't look very good anymore. The ones where they're actually skiing are sick. Whoa, that's a jump. Oh. Wow, I would have fallen over.
Village. All right, we'll head him off at the precipice.
Who would have thunk it? In James Bond, we've had every type of fight. Helicopter fights, underwater fights, regular fights, and now a ski fight. Oh my god, that guy decided to hug a tree. Oh my god, I can't believe he actually landed that. That was a real stunt too. I can't believe that actually happened. Whack him. Yes, sir. This is a comedically long fall. He's still going. I can't believe it. I can't believe how long they let him fall. What the heck? That must have been like 10 minutes of him just falling and falling and falling. And then the impact wasn't even satisfying. It was just bleh. That's it. It's over. Yeah, what I don't like about the action... Oh my god, he's falling. He's going to be falling for 10 minutes too before he hits the bottom. Yeah, what I don't like about the action is the like super quick frame rate on some shots. Like some shots is normal, and then some shots like super quick frame rate, and it just loosens the impact on everything. Like nothing feels like it has any impact to begin with. There's no weight to any of the action. And there's some random cuts in the action. Someone will get punched, and then there'll be like a cut of like 5 or 6 frames, and some they'll just like teleport a little bit back or something like that, and it just kind of is jarring. Yes, not suspicious at all, you jumping and looking around, kangaroo man. Hey! I was wondering when she was gonna come back.
Let's get out of here.
She's like, okay, give me 5 minutes to take off my skates. I'm really bad at untying laces. Yeah, not suspicious at all. He saw your face and then you covered it up. Oh my god.
Why are they looking for you?
Suspect they're trying to kill me.
I suspect her. They're trying to kill me. Haha, that was a good one, Oliver.
Just keep my mind on your driving.
Yeah. Yeah, don't try and kiss him until you're done driving, please. Oh, the car falls off the side of the mountain. That was a cool drift. Oh, they're in a rally race. No way. I never thought James Bond would be in a rally race. This is too good.
We must stop him!
What, from winning the race? This is pretty cool though. Seeing the cars... Oh! Seeing the cars actually hit into each other is really satisfying.
Keep straight!
There's so many weird cuts and like weird additions of audio in this movie. It feels almost unfinished. It's like at that point. Oh! Oh! Nice explosion. That's something this movie's been missing. Explosions.
Pull in there.
Pull in where? She can't see anything. There's nothing to see. The Vaseline look to this shot right now. The shot of love. You know what would be funny? If he said, hey there.
Telly went on.
If he said that, this movie would get an A for me. Look at the lighting there. Ooh, that's beautiful. Highlighting their faces, but everything else in shadow.
I love you. I know I'll never find another girl like you.
He actually said the L word.
It's not New Year yet.
I knew he was gonna. I was like, there's no way he's gonna be able to sleep but by himself tonight when there's a girl beside him. Like, there's no way. Oh, that is so gorgeous. I would ski. Oh, here's the music again, boys. Oh, he jumps off the roof. That was so cool. Oh, imagine how cool you would feel right now. Woo! Oh man, you're jumping off of roofs, people are shooting at you. Oh my god, you'd feel like an action hero because you are an action hero. Get crushed. Oh wow, that's actually so gory. I've never seen James Bond be this gory. That is really gory. James, you didn't have to say that. That guy actually had a painful death. Go. Outski an avalanche. An avalanche.
Let's head for the trees!
Why don't you just head away from it in general? Ah! Oh my god, no, don't fall. Oh, you're dead. Goodbye, see you later. Oh no. Oh no, Tracy, no! I can't take James Bond seriously in those goggles. They are goofy.
And the girl who helped me escape, we just leave her there.
This department is not concerned with your personal problems.
James Bond.
Thank God, James.
I'd like to interest you in a demolition deal that requires certain aerial activity to install equipment.
Yes. Yes, let's go. I love how he looked at the Queen when he was talking.
So you've explained. Quite a crusade.
Whoa, look at that shot. That is sexy.
Carrying Red Cross medical supplies to Italy. What's the trouble?
Over. We have no record of your flight plan or registration.
Over.
Well, look at that shot. Look at the flare there. Oh, I love a good lens flare every now and then.
Very well, you may proceed. Out.
You see, it is nothing.
Oh my god, Blofeld, come on. Come on, you should be a little bit more suspect than that.
I want to see the dawn.
So poetic a pleasure.
Oh my god,
What for all
Blofeld.
the world's charms?
You're getting charmed. You think you're such a charmer too.
The poet of beguilement sings.
I love this slow build up to the suspense, and I love the dawn setting. It's so gorgeous. Yeah, here's the James Bond theme. I've been waiting for it. Use that rock and hit him. Boom! Ooh. Use the rock. Use the rock. Oh, nice. Oh, she doesn't even need a rock. Grenade! Oh my god, no way he's actually doing this. No way he's sliding like he's a curling rock. I love that he has a flamethrower. Oh, goodbye, gondola. It's gone, Dula. That was bad. That was bad. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Those cuts are too fast. They're making me confused. Jeez, his aim is bad. He had all the time to sneak up on him as well.
What are you trying to shoot?
But we can't leave him.
He doesn't need your help.
I will not go without
You'll have to.
Oh my god. He really just punched her in the face. Oh my god.
Now.
Where's the explosion? Now. He said now. You're really blue-balling me right now. Ah, there we go. Whoa. Oh. Whoa, that was a nice jump too. Boo! That's a cool little model that they made. Oh my god, bobsled time. Bobsled time. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that there's a bobsled race. A bobsled fight. Of course you're gonna put the helmet on. Safety first, right? Oh my god. This is making my day, guys. This is making my day. I was hoping that there'd be a bobsled chase, and there is one. Oh my god, he has a grenade on a bobsled. Oh my god, what is James Bond? It's so cool. Oh, you're such an idiot. Don't die though, you're gonna have to jump off. Oh, wow. That was a big tumble. Somehow, James Bond from behind, fell out of the bobsled faster than Blofeld's bobsled, rolled down the hill faster than Blofeld's bobsled, managed to get up and then jump on it. Yes, James Bond is Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, I mean, I'm good. Glad he wore his helmet. I shouldn't have made fun of him for safety first. Oh, I thought it was... Oh.
He's branched off.
Is he dead? Oh, is he hanging? Oh.
The toast is the bride and bridegroom, Mr. and Mrs. James Bond.
I'm so glad they're together. It's weird seeing him married, though. I never thought of him as a married man.
Congratulations, 007. I must confess that I've sometimes thought you a little,
Irresponsible?
Exactly.
I missed Q in this one. He didn't give him any gadgets.
Her price is far above rubies, or even your £1 million.
Teresa, just because you're Mrs.
I would have
Bond,
kept...
don't forget...
I would have kept the $1 million, you know? I would have kept the $1 million. I would have said that, but then been like, I'm also going to keep the $1 million.
On your way. Wow.
Weird seeing him married. I'm going to be very honest. It's so weird seeing him married. Never expected this at all.
I had an idea about that. 3 girls, 3 boys. Pleased?
Not bad.
6 children.
That reminds me, I didn't even send you flowers.
Look how beautiful that shot is. Why didn't I even register to me? That's gorgeous.
Indubitably.
Indubitably. What a fun word. Oh, watch out! Oh no, the old lady. And of course he's not dead. Oh man, I thought the movie was over soon.
It's Blofeld.
No, she's dead. Oh, I knew it was too weird for him to get married. Oh my god. Oh my god.
There's no hurry, you see. We have all the time in the world.
That's how they end this flippin' movie? Are you joking? And then you do not play the James Bond theme song after that. You do not get to play this exciting theme song that makes me dance after something like that. And that was my reaction to On Her Majesty's Secret Service, the 1969 action romance James Bond film starring George Lazenby as James Bond. That was a very interesting movie to me. I've had some time to think about it. I actually just got home. It's been about 4 hours since I watched this movie, and I had some time to think about this movie while I was out, and to be honest with you, I don't know what to think of this movie. There were parts that I enjoyed of this movie. There were parts that I didn't enjoy as much as other James Bond movies in this movie, and I am really, really on the fence about whether I liked this movie or if I thought this movie was just okay. And that is a very interesting thing because I think there were some really great moments in this. I thought George Lazenby as this, or Lazenby, I'm going to say Lazenby, I thought he was a fairly good James Bond, and the more I think about him, the more I actually liked his performance. When I was actually watching the movie, I thought his performance was just okay as James Bond. He didn't have the same screen presence as Sean Connery did, for instance. You know, he didn't pop out of the screen. He wasn't as smooth. He just wasn't as James Bond as Sean Connery, in my opinion, and I still think that. But I think the performance he gave was a really cool variation of James Bond, and one that was a little bit more kind of vulnerable, if you will, and we see that at the very end of this movie, which I enjoyed. I loved the ending of this movie, and I'm really excited to see where it takes off. George Lazenby, by the way, I don't know how many James Bond movies he's had. I read somewhere that he was reportedly supposed to have 7, but obviously he doesn't have 7, so I don't know if this is his only James Bond movies, if this is his only James Bond movie, or if he has other James Bond movies down the line, like if the next one is a George Lazenby Bond movie. It could be, or it also could just be a different Bond. I don't know how many he has. I'm kind of hoping he has one more just to kind of flesh out his James Bond a little bit more, because I think with a few movies under his belt, just like Sean Connery, he was a really good James Bond off the get-go, like a very good James Bond off the get-go, but he needed like 3 movies to really become James Bond, you know? And I think it's the same for George's James Bond as well. Yeah, but overall, I think this movie was good. I don't think I'd rank it among my highest or my favorite James Bond movies by any mean. I think it would definitely be on the lower end of the James Bond movies. However, I think if any of the James Bond movies I've seen so far, if I were to rewatch them and like them more, I think it would be this one. I think if I were to rewatch this one, knowing what it's about, just to enjoy myself, not trying to be critical about it or anything like that, not trying to have like a review about it on it or anything, I think I would enjoy this one more the more time passes between watches and the more watches I give it. Does that make sense? I think I would enjoy this one the most. I think I would enjoy this one more after rewatches. Getting into the reviews of this movie before I get into the score, and then just like the action, some things I dislike, some things that I really liked about the film. So the score is 6.8 out of 10 on IMDb and 81% Rotten Tomatoes. So I think this is one of the lowest, if not the lowest, James Bond movie scores so far that I've watched. Very interesting, and it's really cool as well, because I was reading while I was on a bus and on a SkyTrain and stuff in the past 4 hours, and I was reading that when this came out, this movie was seen as a failure for James Bond. This, like, no one liked this. It was like the laughingstock of the James Bond movies. And over time, it feels like people have started to warm up to this movie. There were a lot of really positive reviews, which were more recent. And apparently at the time, if you like this movie, you were some goofball or something. I don't know how true these statements are. Please let me know in the comments. But that's just what I heard. And so that's something that I found really, really interesting. But I can see people disliking this movie, and I can see people being on the edge of this movie, and I can see people liking this movie. I think the style of this movie is different than the other James Bond movies, but still similar. It definitely feels more different than Thunderball and You Only Live Twice, but it feels very similar to Goldfinger, or at least more similar to Goldfinger. Getting into the score, I don't really have anything else to say about the score that hasn't really previously been mentioned. The James Bond theme was playing at the end in the action sequence, and the action sequence was 5,000 times better because of it. Like, oh my gosh, the James Bond theme is just rocking, it's hard, it's adrenaline pumping awesomeness. Even when it's like the quiet, like doo doo, I'm still like dancing in my chair because it's so awesome, you know? It's just such a good score. But actually, there were some other pieces of music in this movie, and it's been a while since I watched this movie. It's been like 4 hours now. I can't quite put my finger on what scenes these pieces of music were in, but I found myself noticing the music in this movie more so than most of the other Sean Connery James Bond movies that I've seen. So I think in that aspect, I think the music was very, very good in this film. The thing that I disliked the most, and I'm sorry to kind of put this in the middle of the review instead of maybe at the end, maybe you want to hear about the positives first, but I just have to talk about it. The action sequences in this movie, I didn't like that much, especially the hand-to-hand combat. Some of the other stuff, the skiing action sequence, I thought was fairly good. The bobsledding thing I thought started off well and then ended poorly. I thought the car chases were fairly good. I thought the action sequences in general, besides maybe the final act with like the big explosion at the base and all the fighting there and stuff, I thought that was a really, really fun, and maybe that was just because of the James Bond music playing, but I thought that was a really fun, exciting, and suspenseful action sequence. But the other ones, I just like, it just wasn't getting me into the action sequences like the other James Bond movies, and I thought that was a shame, because in You Only Live Twice, those action sequences were so impressive. The long takes, the visuals, the wides, the camera kind of moving with the characters, some of the shaky cam to really make you feel like you were in the moment. I thought James Bond movies were starting to evolve into this more visceral and real kind of camera work, and then the camera work kind of felt more reminiscent of Dr. No, or even like a Goldfinger or a Thunderball for that instance. And I enjoyed the action sequences in those movies, but I really liked From Russia with Love and You Only Live Twice more because of the longer take, more wide, more kind of in focus action sequences. And so I was really hoping that this one would have that. And I think this one may have had my least favorite action sequences out of any of the James Bond movies, because it was every single fight had this like sped up feel to it. And to me, that really lessens the impact of the fight. Yes, your characters are moving faster, and so the punches look like they're moving faster, and maybe they look like they know what they're doing more, but the impact of those punches, it just doesn't land because you're going so fast. The impact doesn't last that fast. You know, if you're actually moving that fast in real life and then you hit someone, you know, it's still gonna like be like a regular hit. But when you're moving really fast, it's just faster than normal, obviously, because the footage is sped up, and so you don't feel the weight of a punch. You don't feel the weight of a slam. You know, James Bond is pushing people into walls. He's pushing people onto the floor. He's breaking things, and all this imagery around him is breaking and getting destroyed. And you can see the impact these punches are having and these body slams are having, but you don't feel the impact that they're having. And I think that's what kind of hurt the fight scenes for me the most, was because of the sped up feel to every single fight scene. I just didn't feel the impact of any punch, and so I was never fully invested in any of the fights. There are also just too many cuts, and I think some of the fights had like just a normal amount of cuts, and some of them had too many cuts. Some of them had really strange edits. A lot of the fight scenes would have someone like get punched, and then there would be a quick like 5 or 6 frames taken out, and so the person would be here and all of a sudden they'd be over here, and it would be like almost this like really small jump cut, and it was just really jarring. I don't know if that was just like when they were trying to restore the film or something, and then there were just frames missing, or if it was intentional, but that kind of drew me out of the action as well. And then also just like the bobsledding thing, for instance, I said it started well and ended not so well. Like it started really well. I loved the bobsled. I loved like these wider shots of the actual bobsled going by, but once James Bond somehow manages to get onto Blofeld's bobsled, the whole fight I think just breaks down. There are so many cuts that I was getting confused about what was happening. You know, all of a sudden James Bond's head was being held out of it, and then all of a sudden the bobsled had lost brakes, and it was just like every half a second, sometimes even less, it would cut to something else and cut to something else, and it was just very disorienting. And I know that maybe it was supposed to be the case because you're going so fast on this bobsled in such a confined space, like everything's gonna happen so fast. Like I'm sure James Bond himself was probably very disoriented with his surroundings, and so maybe the camera work was supposed to reflect that. Fine, but at the same time, you don't want camera work to be so disorienting that the audience can't figure out what's happening, because then you just get lost and you just give up on the action sequence, you know? So I think that was the biggest downfall of the movie, was the action sequences, unfortunately, because it's a James Bond movie and action sequence is supposed to be great in a James Bond movie. But I thought everything else in this movie was really fun. Blofeld's plan I thought was really, really fun. Was it stupid? Yes, like he's just gonna kill the whole world. What's the point of him killing the whole world? I didn't really understand why he wanted to do that, besides like world domination, making Spectre the best, I guess. But I loved like the mind control thing with all the women. I thought that was a really interesting twist. I didn't expect it. I thought it works with the James Bond goofiness, but still like sort of semi-grounded, even though it's not grounded at all, kind of goofiness. I thought that was really, really good. I thought some of the sets, I mean, James Bond sets are always amazing. I thought the sets in this movie were fantastic. I loved the mountain location, the Swiss mountain location, wherever they filmed that. It was absolutely gorgeous. I loved some of the camera work. Besides the fighting, some of the camera work I thought was great. All of the aerial shots of the helicopters flying through the sunset was just gorgeous to look at. This was a very gorgeous movie in terms of scenery, in terms of like big wide shots. Some of the skiing shots where they'd have like a helicopter filming the skiers skiing on the slopes and just the mountain vista in the background, or even at the end of the movie when James Bond and his wife Tracy stop the car, and it's just this huge beautiful view out into the ocean and to the surrounding valley and stuff like that, and you don't even notice it because you're focusing on the car and James Bond, and you look out and you're like, what the heck, how is this such a beautiful scene? Like how is it so beautiful here? How is the world so beautiful? You know, I think a lot of the scenery in this movie was great. I thought the sets in this movie were fantastic. Some of the lighting I thought was really funny, like at the start when James Bond's going back to that girl's house. I think it was Tracy's, right? And I'm like, if Tracy's bad, then this red light indicates, like, if it was foreshadowing that something bad is about to happen, and if not, then I'm just over analyzing this movie. And he comes in and something bad happens. I'm like, I knew it. I knew this red light was symbolizing or foreshadowing that something bad was about to happen to James Bond. So I feel very proud of myself there, but I thought the lighting was very good in this movie as well. There are also moments where, for example, like Tracy and James Bond, they're in the barn together and everything is in shadow except for their faces, and you can see both their faces in this dim light, and it's a very intimate shot, and I thought the lighting in this movie was really, really good. I also thought that the start of this movie was fantastic, the way they introduced George as the new James Bond, the way that he's in full shadow, he's smoking a cigarette, he's this mysterious figure, and then his line, like, the old guy wouldn't do that, or whatever he said, like, that was just such a perfect way to introduce the new James Bond. It made me really smile, and it made me very curious to see his rendition of James Bond in the rest of the movie. And then the ending of the movie absolutely destroyed me. Didn't expect... See, the thing was, I was expecting the movie to end, and then when Tracy got shot, I thought there was going to be another car chase, like a redemption car chase, and then the movie was going to end after those bad guys died or something, and James Bond would have this kill line, and he'd be sad, but he wouldn't be too sad, because he's never really sad about any of the Bond girls, you know what I mean? But Tracy dies, and then he just sits there, and he is in so much shock that he doesn't even really realize that she's dead, you know? He's saying that she's just resting, she'll be okay, we'll be on our way soon, and he's holding her, and there's not even really tears going down his face because he's in so much shock that she has just been shot right in front of him. And it was such a vulnerable moment for James Bond, and a moment that Sean Connery's James Bond has never had before. He's never had this moment of like actually loving someone else. There's never been a moment where a James Bond girl has died and he's been like, oh, I really cared about her. He just goes, oh, that's a shame, and he moves on. And this was the first time that James Bond, at least canonically, I know Daniel Craig has these moments where there's that girl in the Casino Royale movie, spoilers if you haven't seen Casino Royale, who dies, and it kind of lasts throughout his whole tenure as James Bond. But this was the first time that we've seen him on screen, I guess canonically, care about one of the Bond girls. And it was really interesting. I loved George Lazenby's portrayal of this vulnerable James Bond, and I loved the ending of this movie. It was so good, and it really makes me want to see the next one, kind of a more hurt James Bond. I'm hoping a little bit more tortured because of this moment in time. And yeah, I just loved it, and I hated that they played the James Bond theme song after, because it makes you want to dance, and you don't feel like dancing because this person just got shot and James Bond is literally at like the end of his happiness, you know, like he's become a stone cold person again because the love of his life just died. But I thought the ending of this movie was fantastic. Okay, getting into the cast of this movie, I'm just going to talk about George Lazenby, Diana Rigg, and Telly Savalas. Telly Savalas as Blofeld, he was very interesting to me because for some reason, for like half of the movie, I was refusing to believe that he was Blofeld because I really wanted Donald Pleasence-Black as Blofeld because I loved his portrayal of Blofeld in You Only Live Twice. And he didn't like look like, I don't know, I really liked the scarred eye that Donald Pleasence had and stuff, and like I just loved his whole nature, his whole demeanor, his whole kind of act, his voice. And I know Telly Savalas did a really good job as Blofeld, and I don't think Donald Pleasence could have done what Savalas did in this movie as Blofeld. I think you needed a different actor to kind of do the performance that the movie wanted you to do. But at the same time, like you couldn't have like made his eye look like the old one just to kind of keep the appearance of him the same, because when I saw this bald guy in what looked like Blofeld's outfit, and he had the cat as well, I still refused to believe it just because the face looks so different. And so I was a little disappointed by that, but I thought he did a really good job as Blofeld overall, and I'm interested to see if they'll keep him as Blofeld or if they'll cast someone else again as Blofeld for the next movie. Diana Rigg as Tracy Bond. Oh, Tracy Bond. I like that her last name is Bond because they got married at the end, but that's also a spoiler, Google, if you haven't seen the movie yet and you're looking at the cast. But I thought Tracy in this movie was really, really good. I wish she was in the movie more because I would have liked to see more of their relationship. It felt very, very, very quick. It was only at the start of the movie and then in the last act of the movie. You know, the start of the movie, they see each other, and then there's that really cute, adorable montage of them actually kind of falling in love together. And then she's not in the movie until the third act. And so I would have liked more of her, because I think then the relationship would have felt a lot stronger. Like the relationship felt a little rushed to me. Like I wasn't convinced that James Bond was in love with her when he said I love you, even though it was adorable, it was cute, it was something that James Bond's never really said before and actually meant it. I didn't fully believe it just because I didn't think it was built up enough in the movie. But at the same time, I really liked her relationship with James Bond, and I thought Diana Rigg did a really good job as Tracy. And I'm also sad that she died. And George Lazenby as James Bond, very interesting for me, because by the very end of the movie, before the very vulnerable moment happened, I thought he was a good James Bond. I didn't think he was as good as Sean Connery, and I didn't think he was as good as Daniel Craig. After the vulnerable moment, I still don't think he's as good as both of those, but he's definitely gotten a lot closer. And then the more I reflect on this movie, the more I think about this movie, the more I actually enjoyed him, and the more I would like to see him continue on to be Bond for at least a couple more movies, at least another movie. I'm hoping he's in the next one. I'm not going to look it up until I watch it next week, which is going to be torture. I'm hoping he's in the next one because I want him to just evolve as his character. I think he would be a really good James Bond, and he was really good at showing this more vulnerable side. And like I said, I don't think he had the screen presence and the charm that Sean Connery had for those 5 movies that he was in. But I think that his portrayal of Bond, the difference that he has, is enough to captivate me in this movie and to hopefully propel his Bond into something in the future if he continues to play the character. And yeah, that was my reaction to the James Bond movie On Her Majesty's Secret Service, the 1969 James Bond film. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. I'm really excited for the next James Bond movie. I don't know what it's called. I think it was Diamonds Are Forever. I think I know the theme song for that song as well, or at least I've heard bits and pieces of it because I'm pretty sure it's a very famous theme song. Don't know who's James Bond in it. Don't know anything about that movie. I'm assuming diamonds are in it, and I'm excited to watch it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for my next movie reaction.